Hi, my name's Thomas Lang. I play DW Custom Shop drums. My experience with the Custom Shop is, a unique and positive, passionate experience. Talking to John about designing drum shells is, it just makes me love drumming and drums even more. And I think it's a wonderful way of letting each customer design their own and unique custom drum set. So there's nothing like it. It's a really wonderful, passionate environment to be in, the Custom Shop. I'm looking for, a character. I'm looking for low maintenance in regard to tuning. I'm looking for a true warm, fat sounding drum that always sounds good, that's easy to tune, that doesn't go out of tune easily, and that has a sort of a low thump and great attack. I don't like much mid-frequency, kind of the tubby, boxy sounding drum sets. Do not like them so much. I like a fat, low end with lots of projection and great attack. All drums from the Custom Shop have that. This kit behind me is a perfect example. We're outdoors. This kit came straight out of the box, and it sounds amazing. It has a lot of low end. We're outside. There's no walls or ceilings where the sound could bounce back from, and it's projecting amazingly. It sounds beautiful. It's got a lot of power. It's extremely sensitive. It's got exactly the sound that I love, which is a lot of attack and a big fat low end, and no preparation or tuning went into it. Literally, straight out of the box, sounds amazing. I mean, that's the quality of the drums that come out of the Custom Shop. It's amazing. The grain orientation technology and the way these plies are laminated is a new thing to me. I don't have much experience with it, but I learned a lot in my last session with John Good, and it's really interesting and amazing how much thought and technology goes into these shells these days. And I always wondered what the trick was to get the drums to sound so low and still, make them speak and project, so clearly and amazingly. And I have learned that the VLT and VLX technology obviously is responsible for that. And John showed me how he's bending the sheets, and I did it with him. I touched it, I felt it. I can totally understand what it is. If you bend against the grain, obviously there's more tension in the wood. It makes the wood a little more high-pitched, etc. At the drum, more high-pitched. If you go, in a vertical, bend orientation, the drum, gets lower, and the timbre in general is lower. And using the nature of the wood and the orientation of the grain, to make or to create a certain sound is a great idea. And the most natural thing to do, and I wonder why not everybody has done this always. It just takes people with passion and a lot of knowledge to come up with something like this, and I think it's wonderful. It's it's 21st century high-end drum manufacturing technology, and I love it. My experience with finishes is that I don't want my drum set to look like a piece of furniture, me personally. I think, a wood finish looks beautiful, and obviously you can see and appreciate the nuances of the grain, of the veneer on the shells. It's beautiful. It looks expensive. It looks classy, wonderful. But I, for myself, have experienced that it doesn't come across so well on stages necessarily. If you light a dark wood kit with green light, it looks boring. And if you put some blue on it, it doesn't mean that the grain and the finish necessarily speaks as well as if you put white light on it, etc. So I always preferred for live work and for touring kits that have one solid color. And it's usually either black or white for me, because white kind of absorbs color that you shine onto the set, and black is always the same. And black is always a classic, elegant finish. It works in the studio as well as live. Again, you don't have to be worried that your set doesn't look cool in any situation. Sometimes with other kits, if you've got the real super flash finish, it might look a little strange in some playing situations. If you don't, if you're not privileged to have different kits for different situations, then you might not want to, have the, I don't know, titanium finish with the skulls on it for your jazz gig. There's nothing wrong with the classic black lacquer finish. It always works for me. This is there's an eternal and real classic beauty to this sort of finish. This is what I like. It's very simple. It's not trying to be flash or anything like that. It's it's secondary to the sound of the instrument, and I like that. It's got a real classic, elegant look to it, and it works for everything. It works for any style of music, any situation. You never have to be ashamed of a classic black piano lacquer finish. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Thomas Lang. I play DW drums from the Custom Drum Shop.